What is going on, collective? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Belligerence. Like, comment, share, and or subscribe. Okay, so today basically I just look, so basically I am pulling cards today. I just want to let you guys know that. But basically what I saw today, I was looking at some tile, right? And what I saw was somebody is having a meeting. Okay, there was like a meeting. It had been like about 3 to 4 people, might even been 5 people at this round table, right? It's a round wooden table that they were having this meeting at. And at this meeting, I also saw something about a chalice. I don't think that whatever this ritual is, I don't think it was done yet, but somebody is preparing to do some kind of work involving emotions and a chalice or something like that. When I looked it up online, it said something like the chalice was it was like a chalice with three demon faces on it or whatever, right? So basically, the reason why I brought that up is because there's possibly somebody who's doing divination on you, and they could possibly be using a chalice. One face represents the past, one face represents what you're currently doing, and one face represents where you're going in the future. And also, it's like, I'm just trying to organize my words, so just 1 second here. So basically, not only that, but also the chalice represents initiation into the dark arts. Okay, so somebody could be getting initiated into a dark art program, or maybe that's what the meeting was about, to decide if somebody was worthy enough to be initiated into some kind of dark art group or cult or something like that, right? And it involves them, drinking from, it involves this chalice, right? So basically the vibe that I was getting was drink army from 1 cup, pass it around the room. That was what Jay-Z said that in, was it Lucifer? No, it wasn't Lucifer. It was I'll Never Change. That's what it's called. Jay-Z's song, I Never Change. So basically he's describing a Masonic ritual in which, you drink, all brothers drink from the same cup. Basically, whatever happens to one happens to all. And the blood or the fluid inside that chalice is like a blood flow, and it's a life force energy that links the entire group together, whether they want to be linked together or not. So basically the vibe I was getting was drink army from 1 cup, pass it around the room. Okay, so in this ritual, whatever, I guess they summoned 3 spirits, or there was like this conjuration or whatever it's supposed to be, or it's supposed to happen or whatever. So I looked, and as soon as if it was 3 spirits, it was either 3 spirits or 3 people. I don't know if it's 3 people getting initiated, or they conjured or summoned three demons, or if it was just 3 people, whatever. But I seen that angel that I talked about in the last video. I saw that angel with a huge sword, and that sword was stabbing straight down. It was like through the forehead of one person, out the back of that person's head, into the forehead of the next person. And it was just, it was like that. It skewered whoever did this summon, whether it's the spirit or the people. This angel skewered them and was standing on top of them. Like almost as soon, I want to say as soon as the conjuration or the ritual, started or ended or something like that. It didn't take long, whatever this was. Okay, so of course, I'm gonna pull some cards on that. I wish it was like a lighter note, but the full moon is coming around, plus that there, Halloween is coming up, and you got the witches and warlocks who's excited, and they're gonna be trying to do weird stuff. So here we go, let's get started. All right, so first of all, let's see what's going on here. Remember I told you there was 3 involved. This is the put those down, and from there we're just gonna pull some cards. So let's see here what's going on with the what was that, the ritual, the chalice, and all of that good stuff. So you have a key player in reverse, you have heart to heart, and you have lost in reverse here. Okay, so these are the three people that are involved. One of them, it used to be a key player in this situation or circumstance or whatever, but the person playing an essential role, or the person that was behind this whole thing initially, it looks like they're trying to have a deep conversation or some intimate discussion with you, to be honest about something. They are no longer lost or whatever it may be, obviously. Okay, so yeah, whoever, I'm guessing whoever the person who was behind the whole situation, like the whole warfare, I guess, getting the council together or working with the people or whatever it may be, the person that was head in charge, the vibe I'm getting here is that this person no longer wants to be involved in all of this that was going on. But like I said, when I saw the cup, it had like 3 different cups, and they were all drinking from basically, you know, the same fluid or whatever. That right there is almost like saying, like, you know, once you're initiated by blood, you're stuck here, basically, right? But this key player wants out of it. Either the key player also want to have like a heart-to-heart conversation with you, because I guess they feel like you'll be, you know, you'll be understanding, or at least they could be blunt and honest and upfront about whatever they want to talk about. And I'm seeing it has something to do about an attraction. So maybe the key player behind this wants to follow their heart towards you and confess that they were involved and, you know, have a heart-to-heart with you, basically, because they're no longer confused about who they want in their life at this time. Whoever this person is, they're no longer confused. So it could have even been a possibility where this person had some kind of illusion or something over this person's mind too. Because let's be real, you know, whenever, and this is something I learned when I deal with groups, it's like this, is like, if somebody do something grimy in a group, 9 times out of 10, if something like similar like that happens to you, you'll know where it came from based off how grimy that person was. So maybe, you know, one of the key players got something put on them, or it's something about their headspace or something like that. We'll look into it. Yeah, grounding. This person is no longer involved because they're trying to get rid of this energy. They're trying to ground their energy out. They spent a lot of time in their head. Like I just said, that you're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head, and it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside, plant your feet in the ground, and enjoy the centering feeling that this brings. So yes, that reinforced what I was just saying. Whoever this key player is, like I say, somebody could have put something on this person, or maybe a root backfire, or some spirit that they conjured to conquer you had returned back to them, and is doing to them what they were doing to you, essentially. Or they just came, and whatever they caught themselves trying to send in was just annihilated or wiped out by the divine, basically, right? And this is somebody who's a key player who's no longer wanting to be the key player in a situation. They're trying to ground themselves, but they can't ground themselves because they got these they've been hoarding emotions, hoarding energy and emotions this entire time. So that's the backdrop of dark magic. See, yes, you do get results with heavier energy, but the thing is that, let's say if your work isn't working, or you just have this deep, dark grudge against somebody, that energy doesn't just go away. It doesn't just go away. That becomes the burden that you carry every day. It becomes a rock or a burden that you carry every day, which makes it really hard for you to ground your energy, because you're holding on to the same space that this grudge is occupying in your life. Is the same space needed to clear your energy, to get rid of energies that has been haunting you, distorting your energy, playing with you, putting illusions on you, and things like that. Essentially, this key player, it's not that they're hexed or vexed. It's the fact that the spirits that they've been playing with is more attracted to the grudge in their heart, because this is the center of where everything is coming from. And in order to keep that from coming back on them, this person is trying to ground themselves. A part of grounding is forgiveness of self and others. This person is incapable of forgiving himself and others. This person is struggling with that. So let's see what this heart-to-heart conversation has to be about. Break free and reverse. So yes, whoever this person is, they may come in and try to love bomb you, or that may be the plan. They might try to do like some kind of lust spell. That was another thing. When I saw those 3 heads on there, it also gave me the vibe of Asmodeus, the demon of lust and demonology. You find him in the Key of Solomon. I did look this up before, you know what I'm saying? So don't be like, oh, you just know. No, I looked this up because I had the question. I knew about, but I didn't know exactly what his power was. But basically, Asmodeus was involved with not just in the Key of Solomon, but also in the Book of Tobit. Now, in the Book of Tobit, basically Asmodeus took a woman hostage and had been killing everybody, all the suitors who would come near her. And Tobit was supposed to, he went on a quest to heal his father. His father went blind. Archangel Raphael accompanied him on this quest. Along the way, the object of what he needed, he found, but he also found out that there was a woman that was in distress. And Raphael, long story short, Raphael told him what to do to put Asmodeus at bay in order to take the woman and marry her. Okay? And that's exactly what he did. So, basically, I said all of that to say this. With this break free, it looks like somebody's trying to chain you down or trying to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you so that they can get back into your energy and continue to do what they're trying to do to keep you from breaking free. So I guess whoever this person is, they figure if their grudge or their dark energy isn't going to bind you, then maybe being sweet or honeyous towards you will. So beware of honey jars, beware of sugar jars, beware of sweetening work, because there's a possibility of sweetening work being done here. Lost in reverse here, yes. Either you're no longer lost and you have clarity, or this person is no longer lost. This person is now trying to be courageous, and at first they were trying to pull like a disappearing act to get out of this energy or whatever, but for some reason they're stuck. They can't just disappear out of the work. Pivot, yes, because everything that this person had been doing has been falling back on them. Sometimes when things are falling into place, falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How could you pivot? Even just a little bit. So yes, whoever this person is, the vibe I'm getting here is that the idea is to pivot in some kind of way, or they sent something towards you to try to cloud up your mind, to make you cowardice, to get people to ghost you, to pull disappearing acts, stuff like that. But there's something that you did, whether it was like a cleansing work, spiritual work, you having a realization. Everything isn't always cauldrons and spells. Sometimes it's just a change of mind, change of heart, change of attitude, change of habit, change of character, right? In this circumstance situation, you changed the variable that they were counting on in order to keep this mentality over you, keep this stronghold over your mind. But the vibe I'm getting here is that when you pivoted and you moved out the way, just like in martial arts, when you pivot, someone throws an attack and you pivot, either you can parry or you can counteract. And essentially what happens was whatever they threw, the force of whatever's been thrown at you is returning, just like in Aikido and Judo, where you use the opponent's force against them. So essentially that's what's going on here. Okay, you got the Two of Wands out here, you got the Wheel of Fortune here, you got the Ten of Wands here. Wow. You got the Moon card here, you got the Judgment in reverse, you got the Ace of Cups in reverse, you got the Eight of Swords in reverse, you got the Hanged Man in reverse. Wow. You got the Nine of Swords out here. Wow. You got the King of Swords out here. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck, you got the Tower. So yes, all the stuff that this person had been sending out, playing with, or whatever, it had to be like an immediate backfire. Okay. So basically, whoever they were planning to do something else, and it involved three spirits, three demonic forces, three people, whatever it may be. It came in threes, basically. But yes, this person was planning something for you. Whether it's this this love magic, this sweetening magic to lead you astray, or you know what I'm saying? That kind of vibe is what I'm getting here, trying to keep you from being able to ground yourself. Because basically, this person wanted to infiltrate your life and make you where you couldn't get rid of them. Basically is the vibe that I'm getting here. And that could be by influence you to have a child with them. It could be from you know, because you stuck with them for like 18 years. It could be suing you, so you be stuck paying them back money. It's a variety of different things. Prison, jail time. What I'm seeing here, you got 10-10 energy out here, and you also have Jupiter and Sagittarius. So yes, this could involve the Aries and the Sagittarius here. The Wheel of Fortune with the Ten of Wands here, Yeah, it looked like they were planning to make it difficult for you to get your blessings and what was coming for you. That's why, probably why, they had the confusion spell here, and they were going to do like a heart-to-heart thing where you are caught up in your heart space when you need to be in your head space to accomplish stuff. So yeah, basically it gave me the vibe of them trying to do illusion work over your mind so that you're forced to lean on your emotions to get where you need to go, and then they were going to do some attacking on your emotional space. That's why the chalice was here. Somebody wanted to make sure that your mind was compromised before they did anything. That way, you know, when it comes to grounding yourself, it would have been very difficult, because even though you know what to do, it would have been difficult for you to ground yourself, because one, your heart would have been all over the place, and then your head would have been somewhere else. So basically, your head directs your energy, your heart generates the energy. Okay? So they wanted to affect how you generate and direct your energy, basically, which essentially would be like a confusion spell. Yes, because you got blessings coming in, and they wanted to make it very hard for you. They wanted to make it very, very hard for you. They would make it very difficult as they can, but they wanted to stay. That's where this illusion is coming in. So with this illusion here, it looks like they plan to like play some kind of mental mind game or something on you. Mental mind game. Block your intuition, or just, you know, have you in fear. And you know what I'm saying, basically fear is the vibe I'm getting here. So they were going to cloud your mind and then put you in some kind of fearful energy, so that I guess that the blessing wouldn't come your way, essentially, is the vibe I'm getting here. You got the Judgment in reverse, but what happened was this has nothing to do with you, but the universe itself basically redirected that energy with the Judgment in reverse. It kind of gave me the vibe of like, you know, most of the time in the upright with judgment, when you pass judgment on something, it's justified, right? But in this circumstance situation, this has to do with like the returning of a judgment that was passed against you. So let's say if they did try to give you due diligence, or they were trying to mimic you, or whatever. Now, let's say if they was trying to give you due diligence, and they provoked you into lashing out so that they can do like some kind of justice spell or something like that, or even use like Van oil or something like that, or, you know, a little snake candle or something to turn it back upon you. Well, that backfired, because essentially the energy that was being sent out, when the universe looked at it, they found that same energy in this person's heart space, the same energy that this person couldn't ground out. So when the universe looked at this situation, it saw energy and said, okay, well, this energy matches this energy, so we're going to send it this way. And that's part of what happened here. The judgment that they tried to pass on you is what happened to them. If you have issues with your love life, that's coming to an end, because somebody tried to put you in a position where you would close your heart off. Yeah, emotional loss, block, create. Yeah, they was trying to basically create a void in your life. They wanted you to have a void that you could never fill in your life. And that void, they wanted to be able to occupy it with all this low vibrational, dark illusion, just negative energy. That's wild. But essentially what happened here is you broke free some kind of way. They wanted you to have like these self-limiting beliefs. They wanted you to manifest against yourself, where your head is all clouded and all you can see is your emotions, and your emotions is all over the place, because somebody was going to do all this emotional manipulation to make you feel like everything was working against you in your life. Thus, your mind was going to start creating it. That is what the plan. That's what the plan was, but you broke free from this. Whatever this was, there was a breakthrough and you broke free. Yeah, like I say, the plan was to keep you in your head, but you know, there may be some delays or some standstills, but you are not stuck. You're not stuck. This person couldn't block you or stop you, essentially, because this is the plan. The overall goal was to keep you stuck in your head and knowing what to do, but not being able to implement what you need to do. You see what I'm saying? It's not about not knowing. It's like, you know, not implementing. And then you got the Nine of Swords out here. Yes. So with the Nine of Swords, basically, remember I told you about that energy about this person needing to ground himself and stuff like that. Well, essentially, that's the energy that they were trying to fill your heart space with. Worry, anxiety, stress, fear, anger, nightmares, insomnia, trauma, despair, hopelessness. Like, it was just a whole bunch of low vibrational energy, basically, right? That's basically what the vibe is here. It's basically somebody, you know, whoever this person was, they wanted to fill you like that chalice with nothing but hate and deceit. Because you know, who knows why? Nobody cares why. But at the end of the day, you're making the right decisions. You're still making the right decisions here. You're still making head over heart decisions. You're still disciplined. You're still truthful. You're still being honest. You still have that mental clarity, and you still have authority. You are in full control of your life. You are in full control. Whoever this is, they plan to have you lose control. Somebody just want to see you spaz out and go ham and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? With the tower out here. So yes, by it not working on you, let's see what happens here. I'm gonna pull and see. Because like I said, you know, the energy I was pulling was that it all went back to cinders. Okay, so this is the truth behind the whole situation here. Truth is mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, success, sharp mind, new conflict, and surgery. So yes, all this stuff, all this backfired, but as a result of it backfiring, it's giving you mental clarity. It's definitely opening your mind and giving you breakthroughs. So if you were blocked in any way, shape, or form because this is going back, or this is being destroyed, or because you have a certain protector in the spiritual realm, this is being broken down. All of this is being broken down. You have the Four of Pentacles out here in reverse, and you have the Death card out here. So let's say if you was having difficulty with your money and saving and stuff like that, it's because of these people. Now these people are hoarding as much as they can. These people are trying to hoard on to money, but no, as fast as they make it, it's going out the door. Like, it's the vibe I'm getting is that there's the bills. Whoever this is, it's like they're generating a lot of bills. And generally because their energy is attached to their money. When your mind is on you, when your mind is on your money, your heart is on money, and all, you know, your life surrounds around money, your energy becomes money. You see what I'm saying? So when these backfires are starting to hit, guess what it's going to start affecting? You and everything like you in your life, which would be what? Money. Yeah, this person was basically, this person can't hold on to you anymore because of the transformations that you made. They're trying to hold on, but they can't hold on to you for what, you know, because you just keep changing. You keep shapeshift. You keep changing for the better. Yeah. The reason why they're holding on to you like this is because they want you to stay, but they're afraid to change like you. That's a fear of theirs, changing. Whoever this is, maybe they fear, maybe there's a fear that change means weakness, or whatever it may be. But all things in life, in order for it to sustain, has to change, or else it dies off. And this is everything, biological, physiological, you know, everything in science, life, whatever, nature, nurture, whatever, however you want to put it. Somebody doesn't want something to change. They're trying to hold on as long as they can. They're trying to hold on, even if they get drugged through the mud. Yeah, Eight of Cups out here in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. Page of Wands. Yes, they're trying to start. Start this up again, but it's a dead cycle. What they're doing is dead work. Even if it's just an enchantment or a chant, the vibe I'm getting here, it has to do with dead. It's, you know, because this is my death slot right here. I know that this card is the upright, but this is a death slot. This is what's coming to an end. This is going to put an end to all their inspirations and ideas against you, or basically the little work that spell works and stuff that they've been doing around you and to you and stuff like that. All of that is coming to an end. It's coming to an end here. This person isn't going to be able to do work on you because this person can't hold on to you, basically. Like they were trying to hold on to you by you creating confusion in your life and trying to force you to hold on to the dark negative thoughts in your head or from your past or in your heart, how people treated you and how you treated other people, guilt and regret and stuff like that. They're trying to force you to hold on to something so that they can bind themselves to you through it. Maybe even to get these low vibrational energies to work against you. But with this Eight of Cups in reverse here, whoever this is, despite this message, they're still going to try one more time. Why? Because they want you to live in the past. This person is already living in the past. They're living in a time where this work was doing what was working and they were the man or the woman or whatever it may be. They're living in an old time when this work was working. That's why that Page of Wands here is over. Like you outgrew the work that they're doing. You outgrew their tactics. You outgrew the people that they work with. Like you could have been attacked by all kind of people of all kind of religions and backgrounds and stuff like that, and you just slowly but surely start to adapt. Now, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. God, basically the situation here, a lot of people say, why did God put me through that? Now, here's a perspective. God put you through that to toughen your bones. Now you're in a position where regardless if they do whatever, it's not going to affect you. Because slowly but surely, though they were feeding you poison, but slowly but surely your body was building up antibodies to the spell work that they do. You got the Strength card here. Yes, you're putting on your strength back all over again. Basically, like I say it with that other one where they wanted you lack courage and strength and stuff like that. No, your inner strength and your power and your courage is coming back. You're in full, like I say, you're in full authority over yourself. Look at that Emperor card here. Now you have full authority over the entire situation, because what they tried to do, they could have even tried to do some spell work to try to like make you weak to what they project, to try to, you know, rob you of your power. But with this Emperor card here, you know, this path, now that you're this strong, there's a lot of people in this group that respect you. There's a lot of respect for you. There's a lot of people that see you as disciplined, focused, practical, and maybe that's why this person is trying to lead this work and try to come in and have a heart-to-heart talk with you, because this person probably trying to learn how you did what you did to get out of this. Maybe nobody get out of this, but you did. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, this group is broken up. Everybody is splitting different ways. Disharmony, malalignment. They could even been doing spell work on each other, whether they know it or not. A lot of the work that they have been doing against each other in the past, now, and that they plan to do against the group, with and against the group, is being exposed. There's a spirit of truth out here altogether. This spirit of truth also reminds me of the sword that spirit had, that angel had when he pierced through all three of those people, whether it's demonic or human. But yes, here go those three right here. They right here. All three of them. They're not working together anymore, but that's not going to stop that karma from coming through, because they consecrated themselves to a cause through blood. So it can affect all three, and not just them, but also it's going to affect their bloodline, their DNA, and everything else. Because essentially, whether even if it was just a sacrament, a desecrate sacrament, or whatever it may be, it bound to their DNA. It's in their DNA now, so it could start affecting their family. And for the longest, they probably was wondering, why is it hitting my family and stuff like that? Because you took an oath to a being with blood, and that blood mixed with your DNA over time. Now, everybody, it's all fair game. Your whole DNA, your whole family heritage is fair game. Even if you leave, it ain't no, it's blood in, blood out when you was doing the work. So that's what this is. That's what this is. Blood in, blood out. Blood in, blood out. If these are three different families, there's three different lineages, or six different lineages that's going to be wiped out, because you got two for each person. It took a male and a female to make each one. And then you have the Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah. So suddenly this person is being aware of what they sent out. And it's like this person now knows, you know, the consequences of what they had done and what they sent out. Now their awareness is coming in, and they're trying to realign and trying to align their energy and stuff like that. But you got the King of Swords. Judgment has already been passed. There's no getting out of this. Judgment has already been passed. Somebody waited too long to try to get out. There was too many people who tried to warn this person. This person probably, God probably even spoke to them through the tongue of a warlock or a witch that is heavily deep into the dark arts to say, look, you need to walk away. You need to leave this alone. I don't know why you're so obsessed, but you need to leave it alone. There was people in different groups like, no, we can't touch it. And now lineages are being cursed. And whatever the dark warlocks and witches were warning them of from the very beginning of this work up until now, it started to take hold and start taking fruition. There's no freezing it. There's no stopping it. There's no getting out of it, because this is a covenant. They enter into a covenant when they decided to continue to do that work. All right, that's all I got. I love y'all all. Y'all take it easy. Peace.